They actually got rid of the regular arena. They just replaced it with the true arena.
The last battle, without a doubt. Beat 10 tough foes, including the final 4. All new bosses are here, player 1 is choosing. Beat them to be the true master, player 1 is choosing.
Well, at this point, we've done everything else.
Yeah, just the mini games, honestly.
I think there is... You do get some kind of a reward, like a wallpaper or whatever. Some picture. No, it's a movie. If you beat Helper to Hero with all of the helpers, then it unlocks a movie that is just all of the original Super Nintendo cutscenes.
Oh, that's neat. Honestly, it's kind of one of those, like... I think it's one of those flexes, kind of like how they did with, like, when they made the Super Mario 64 DS.
Mm-hmm.
When we went like, remember that game from your childhood? Yeah, we just made it portable with more shit in it. Like Nintendo was going like, yeah, on a portable system, we put that really great game on there. So it's just one of those like, yeah, the file sizes for these were really small, so we could just put them on this chip and everything. It's like, you used to have to buy a cartridge this big, and now we can put it on one this big.
Mm-hmm. So the only thing left at this point, I suppose, is the true arena.
I gotta ask, though, for from Helper to Hero, who would you think would be the hardest one to do on there? I feel like AtK would be hard, because, you know, its whole point is just to copy and steal stuff.
Yeah, if it can't copy, though... I mean, I imagine if you encounter something that you can copy, it will. So you actually have would have an assortment of abilities to choose from.
Because I think the problem I have is, like, thinking...
And if you can't copy, its hand just hurts things.
Yeah, I think the thing I'm thinking of is, like, probably the hard part is the same thing you would have of going, like, no power-up Kirby, which is just, you have to wait until the stars show up to absorb them and then throw them at the enemy. And like half the time the enemy's like, already I put the stars down there and I'm doing another attack that you can't dodge and get the stars in time for. Ain't that some stuff?
Yeah, AtK wouldn't have to worry about that though, because its hand does just hurt the boss.
Yeah.
So you can just beat him up anyway.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's like AtK probably the worst just because of that.
I don't feel like AtK would actually be super hard.
I think Rock would be the longest one, though.
Rock would be very hard.
Because it's like you could do the damage by just jumping up and down and everything, but you'd also, like, block all the attacks, but it takes so long to get out of the cycle of the attacks.
Yeah, like, if you really wanted to be patient with Rock, you could, like, no-hit the entire thing. But I feel like just going... But I have to get an attack in. I have to do some damage somehow.
Yeah. And
trying to, like, figure out where and how to move to get that hit in, you'll get chipped.
I guess the hard part is just trying to figure out what's the variables, like, who takes the most damage. Because that's something important to look into, because it's always like, yeah, it's important to do the DPS, but if you're coming at a glass cannon, you're not really going to make it through with just the 3 maxi tomatoes and the 3 small tomatoes afterwards.
Yeah, what would be one of the hardest ones?
I would say... Bird-on would be one?
Bird-on would probably be rough, just because it has such poor damage.
Yeah.
I think... I feel like the ones that are the most awkward to control would be the hardest.
Oh, like Capsule J, too.
Capsule J, Wheel.
Yeah.
Parasol.
Parasol's more like just dealing with, like, a weaker sword.
Yeah, like,
for me, honestly.
Parasol wouldn't be the worst, but I feel like it would be very limited.
I think the one thing that would be the problem with Parasol is if you did the jump and you kind of expected to hit the ground sooner, and then Parasol's like...
Nah, you're just not.
Nope, this is Parasol's power, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, otherwise I'm just trying to think of, like, what abilities do I actively avoid?
You don't really go for fire a lot.
Fire's alright. Usually there's just a better option.
What do you think, fire and ice are, like, high-mid range?
Yeah, fire and ice are mids.
I think hammer would be the top. One of the tops. It's like hammer and rock are probably the top for DPS. Or in survivability.
Yeah, Hammer's probably top for DPS, and then
The Rock is top for
for
survivability.
survivability. You just have to be willing to fight them for 10 years.
Yeah, that too.
Because I guarantee you'll get to the point where you're just like, the boss is just on top of me. I'm just here now.
That is why I like the.
And I feel like, especially with some bosses, they could their AI could very easily put you in a position where you just can't unrock without taking damage.
Probably.
So rock may not be as safe as we think it is.
The one thing I liked, and I think it was back to Dreamland added this, was the Rock finally got another attack where they
Yeah,
did the
it's
uppercut.
punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has something.
It's something else for it instead of just going like, I turn into a rock. What more do you want?
I'm gonna back out. Don't care. I just want to see what we have. Knuckle Joe would be alright. Parasol Waddle Dee. I feel like I would have trouble with Parasol Waddle Dee, specifically.
Chili would probably be
Chili,
kind of
Blade Knight,
yeah.
Simir.
Smear.
They're all pretty... I have a harder time with Blade. So I feel like for me, Blade would be like low mid.
Oh,
Still mid, but like low mid. I feel like Simir would be a higher mid.
Bugsy would be a trouble because of the suplex
Yeah.
nature.
Sir Kibble is pretty good. Sir Kibble would probably be high mid. Plasma Wisp would be high. Waddle Doo would be high mid high. Poppy Bros Jr. is high. Gaim is high. Birdon is probably low mid.
I feel like
Just because the damage is low.
I feel like that with Biospark too, because like Biospark could get some stuff done, but it's also like it really feels glass cannon-y.
Yeah,
even
definitely.
though I really don't think there's like a difference between defenses.
I think Biospark would be low mid. I just don't think it has a ton of DPS. Boss DPS.
Yeah.
Bonkers would probably be high if you're willing to go in with Hammer. I feel like Hammer is also more dangerous. So
Hammer's danger is more the fact that it's so powerful that it makes you kind of make mistakes.
for me, the problem is that you have to be very close range.
Yeah.
Which means I will get hit by the boss, kind of like, I don't know, moving its arm a little bit. So, if you're good at it, Bonkers is definitely high. I feel like for me personally, Bonkers would be mid. Burning Leo would probably be mid.
Probably
Capsule J2, I don't even want to think about. That one would
That's
absolutely be low.
Kind of low. Bugsy is definitely
Bugsy
low.
is definitely low.
Because it's got that Kirby problem where it has to wait for something to suplex.
Yeah, it has
into
to
the
wait
boss.
for a star and then suplex the star into the boss.
Tack
Tack would probably be...
We'd have to figure out if Tack could transform from stuff from the bosses.
Yeah. And if it couldn't, again, it can hit stuff with its outstretched hand, and
Yeah.
that hurts the enemy. I feel like Tack would at least... I feel like it could vary depending on what it's given, anywhere between low mid and high mid. Wheelie is definitely low. That would be so awkward to control.
Because
in
just
a boss
basically just
environment.
run into a boss all the time until
It's really
something
hard.
stops
It's
you.
really hard to run through the boss and not get hit by crap.
Well, I think the thing is Wheelie usually has iframes going through that stuff.
It kind of does sometimes. It's something weird, like you don't take collision damage, but you can still get hit by attacks.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Rocky would be... If I were going in solo...
Rocky is the long game.
Yeah, if I were going in solo, I feel like Rocky would be low for me.
Blade and
And then
Sword Knight.
Sword Knight is obviously S tier.
Well, yeah, because it has the uppercut thing.
So anyway, True Arena. Oh, they give you
so-
the option. That's
okay.
nice.
Well, yeah, I guess.
This one doesn't actually tell you how many fights. True Arena says 10.
Go back down to the arena. Notice that is only the best time for me.
Hmm.
Did
I think that's for 2 players.
Oh, for 2-player. Okay, I thought it said like player 2 is like the best time. I was like,
Yeah, because I haven't actually done it solo.
oh. All right.
So it
well,
says 10 foes, including the final 4. So I'm guessing that means 4 fights. Or 14 fights.
Yeah.
Man, they just keep upgrading those chalices.
Are those chalices? I thought they were just trophies. I
Well,
don't know.
it's a trophy of a chalice.
Well, I don't know the exact, like, what those things are, like, if they actually called just, like, trophies, or they just called chalices. I know trophies are probably, like, the entire group. Because, like, technically...
Well, chalice is technically the big cup that you drink out of, so it's a trophy of a chalice. I don't know at what point we all decided that chalices are what is just the standard to go on.
I was gonna say statuettes count as, like, trophies.
Yeah.
So...
Yup, there's them. So this is gonna be genuinely rough. I don't know how well this will go.
I would honestly say you hit rock, and I just choose an ability, and just... we go from there.
Okay, what do you want?
Hammer.
Pick some... Really, hammer?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know hammer is good DPS, but it's also dangerous.
And I live dangerously.
I mean, yes, but if I'm going pure defense with rock, then I have to rely on you not dying.
But I live dangerously cheesy.
Okay, well, we'll try this, and when it inevitably doesn't work, I'll try something else.
And we succeed, and I'll be like, what were you gonna say?
Okay. You do you. Okay, here I am.
It's Krakow's revenge. Ow, Daddy, I need help.
The Muscle Man!
It really should hit higher.
Yeah, are you sure about this plan?
Listen, if it's gonna give us power-ups later on, I can just run into one and get better health out of it. Just drop the Waddle Doo, come on.
Hey! Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. This guy is not really giving me any opportunities. I want to try to rock him.
Like a hurricane?
Exactly. But he's really not giving me any good opportunities. Like, Krakow is just kind of in the air at all times, is the main problem.
I was kind of going for a, like, kill me now moment.
Yeah, and you can't take that because you already have it.
Well, you have one hit left, so... just fly above him and then smack him.
God dang it.
Or that happens.
Victory!
I did things.
Okay, so now I have to give you... Oh, well...
Well, now I have to give you rock. Oh, they gave me rock. Wait, sleep! Oh, God, I just noticed the maxi tomatoes are not maxi tomatoes.
I'm not confident this strategy is gonna work.
Well, on the plus side, it's only 9 more.
What the heck do you find these guys at rock? Okay, that's how. My plan did not work.
There's 2 Kirbys on screen.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. There's 4 Kirbys.
No. Nope.
And where were you?
Probably want to grab.
Oh my God, I
rock.
love the fact that I guess the joke is going to be one will be a helpful
One is
character.
always sleep.
Yeah. So do you want me to grab plasma?
Probably, yeah. It's gonna be a lot better off than stone.
Huh. Do you find it funny the fact that everyone just thinks like the way to
Wait a minute.
like the way to pronounce an I shot a key blast at somebody is to say ha at the end, but they don't realize you're just saying energy. That's what ha means, it's just energy.
I'm just gonna stay a rock for a second while I figure out what the crap is that?
It's a Wham. He's got parasites, Kirby. That's why he's so mad at us at all times. That's right, every helper has an accent. And they're all Brooklyn-esque. Oh, I was the wrong way. Don't worry, the blast will reach him from behind.
It'll get there eventually.
I was gonna say, you just want to just get the last one in there.
Ah, Burnin' Leo.
Is that just Miniboss?
Yeah, it's a mini
Okay,
boss.
so we got Schmear.
It's just new mini bosses.
We got Schmear over here.
Yeah, your call. I would stick with Plasma.
Oh wait, hold on. Do you mean Plasma, or do you mean
Purazuma?
There we go.
I was waiting, like, are you gonna do it, or are you waiting on
Oh
me?
no, that was just 100%. It's like you do it. Purazuma.
Like,
Hey,
Hey!
it's Mario.
Like, I knew it was coming, I just didn't know if you were waiting on me to do it, or if you were gonna do it.
You need to have get your periphery checked, because I was looking at you the whole time. You were like,
You're behind me.
I'm like to the side of you.
Oh, I turned into... Koo? Kine? Not Rick. Oh, I did it again.
That was Koo. How am I the one who remembers this?
I know who Rick is, and I
Yeah,
know
Rick
the
is
other
the-
are Kine and Koo.
Rick is the not hamster, Koo is the not owl, and Kine is the not fish. Kirby turned to Kirby. That was a Mario brick, Muscle Man. Oh, okay.
Well, you didn't appear to... Whoop!
TikTok clock. Whoa. True mid-boss all-star. Oh, wait.
I can actually help.
Sorry, I wasn't guarding.
I mean, I don't want to be... I mean, if I'm tanking, then, like, yeah, just wreck him.
And you don't get the time out of it, but... who cares for time if you're winning?
He spat out a tire. How does that crap work? Well, I live here.
Where did this character come from, the elephant?
I have no idea. I can't remember what game.
It just pooped out an apple.
Yeah, I'm not moving.
The best part is they can't grab you, too, because this boss is just made for suplexing.
I think I do more damage if I land on them. Crap! When do you just randomly go backwards? What's that BS? Now I'm terrified to move at all. Yeah, the screen wasn't far enough over. I didn't know if it was safe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do more damage if you actually land on them.
To Krakow.
Small
Big-
Krakow?
So it was Dark Krakow beforehand.
Yeah, it's Krakow Jr.
Okay.
Plasma's still probably your best bet.
I'm so sad because Plasma doesn't have a down sprite.
Oh.
Because you do that whole, like, you press down, you can do that, like, huh? And it's like, no, technically I don't. It's like float everywhere.
Do you have an op?
Yeah, it's called flying.
Okay.
Do you think Krakow can't hurt me because I'm technically Plasma too?
I don't know. Haha, take that, what'll do. Is there any good time when I can hit him? Krakow Jr., really? I don't remember fighting Krakow Jr. in the regular arena.
I mean, I'm more confused with the fact that Krakow Sr. had sex and had Krakow's kid, so...
Got it. I was a rock.
Oh, it's the shooty boss.
Ah. Plasma's still pretty good.
Right down there, Kabula. Well, we're gonna be
Kabula.
shooting the whole time, so what's the point?
Yeah. Well, for later fights, we have
Yeah.
bomb as an option.
Do you want to eat one of them? Because we got 5 left, and it's getting rough from here on.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna take a lot of weird damage because I can't tell what the crap's going on.
That kiss was electrifying. Didn't we, like, wreck them so hard that you were, like, flabbergasted? Like, I didn't see any of his bullets. It was like, yeah, because we kept shooting them.
Yeah, you can actually shoot his bullets. Whoa. Whoa, I can't shoot that one.
Those are bullet bills. Wait, I'm sorry, this is Kirby. They're bullet bills.
Kabula bills.
That works.
We did it! Like, there's just so many effects going off between our stars and our stars hitting things. Masked Dedede.
Oh, okay. I'll be fine.
Yeah, flying would probably help get over him. I'll try to help when I can. I took a little bit of chip damage. Last 4. Yeah, if it's last 4, then I'll... Just fell into that one. So I'm gonna...
I got one shot in on him before we started. It was like I shot his balls. You know what? This is just how we win.
Do you take chip damage? What do you take chip damage for? He has to give chip damage. Yup.
There's chip damage there, but...
No, well, that guard broke.
Yeah.
That was a little more than chip damage. Ugh. Yeah, best to just stay above that one. Got missiles in his hammer, what the crap?
That's unfair, says the flying plasma ball.
Oh, can he not be hurt during this phase?
Probably. I think the
Oh,
whole point
why
is-
on top of me? Scooch over a little.
I lost my charge, but it was the best way.
I'm helping.
I'm helping, I'm helping.
Bam! I'm not unrocking yet because I'm over his hitboxed.
Phase 2.
I
mean, if it was plasma over here, it'd be
so it's
fun.
a jewel guy.
Oh, Wham Bam Jewel. Did they give us an extra one? No, they couldn't have. I think I'm just counting wrong.
Oh, we are part of... There's 3 left, but we're part of the last 4. That's what last 4 says.
Yeah.
So does that mean it was only 10 fights?
Yeah. And that was 10 fights.
I thought it'd be 14. I guess they just reserved the hardest of the hard for us. Okay, Wham Bam Jewel, as long as you pay attention to his attacks and how to respond to each one, isn't that bad. He's mostly just Wham Bam Rock, but he, like, wiggles. And he has a punch. Gotcha! Up. Or, no, go.
No, that chip damage.
Oh, it does chip damage. Nope.
Punch. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
me.
was gonna say up. I don't know if you get anything to...
Hey, I'm Rock.
Rock! Cool.
I'm a volcano.
Well, we can long fight this then. Or if you want to be more aggressive, and I'll play...
Oh, that's the... got the free hand that one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll just stay here. Yeah, I'll just stay here. Nope! Just gonna rock. I think I hurt him.
You did.
Cool.
Because somebody took damage and it wasn't him. Oh, there's two fists
Nope.
on the ground.
Coming back up.
Oh, that's cool.
He does... Wham Bam Rock does that too when he's at, like, half HP or something.
Don't forget the bow tie.
Can you stop? Nope.
The problem was we were on top of each other, so...
Oh, is he doing the easy one?
So, fun fact, if you're transforming mid-thing... Oh, man, there's two Kirbys on the screen.